Hi, this is Donald Schultz from Imaginet, and I wanted to talk to you today about track progress of parent items using the Rollup on boards. This was introduced in Sprint 157, which was released about September 3rd of this year. And if you looked at the release notes, they had some really nice pictures, but the rollups did not seem to appear. I kept looking for them, and I was sure that the rollups hadn't gotten to my website yet. I'm going to actually show you how to turn them on, how to see your data in a new light. One of the things that I like to look at is actually take a look at the application that I'm going to be using here as a sample. This is the Smart Hotel training app that Microsoft put out as a sample application. And if we go to the Epic view, like I'll switch over to the Epics, and if I expand all of these children underneath it, we can sort of see this. It's got a couple of epics, a number of features inside of each of the epics, followed by some backlog items and some tasks. But as you scroll through this, it's really difficult to see where work should be concentrating on, what's close to being finished, what hasn't even been started. And this is where those roll-ups on the boards can really be helpful. So let's switch back over to the backlog items, and let's turn some of these on. We do this by clicking on the column options, and there you'll see that there's a new item called the Add a Rollup Column. If I click on this, I can see there's a quick list, and we're just going to pick the progress by all work items. Click on OK. And in a couple of seconds, we should see there we got a little bit of a progress bar. So we can see that down close to the bottom part here is from roughly position 13 down to 18. There has been some progress going on, so we can see and then there's a whole lot of things that haven't even been touched. One other thing I can show you before we move off to some of the other levels. In the Rollup column, there's also one there's called sum of remaining work. And what this does is it doesn't show a progress bar, but it actually shows the total number of hours that are left on each of the tasks. So for instance, this one here that's 41, if I actually expand this out, we can see that in the remaining work column that I have listed over there, if we add the 12, the 8, the 21, that comes up to about 41. So it adds them all up and rolls them all up for you. So rather than having to kind of poke around, you can kind of see where the effort is, which ones don't even have any effort, because obviously there hasn't been any progress done on any of these on the top. But there is, there's zero remaining work on them. So obviously these have actually never been broken down by remaining work. So let's go up a level. Let's go up to the features and see how this affects this view. So we can actually add them here as well. We can actually go in here. We'll add a, actually I like to clear some of this out. I don't really need this right now. Let's just add another one. Let's add the same one. Let's add a progress by the work items. Click on OK. And here I can see that the one that's got the most work that's been done is the one on the bottom at 38%. And then we could expand. We can kind of see which ones of those that are done. So we've actually got a couple of PBIs that were actually completed in there. There are a couple of bugs that actually looks like we haven't done any work on yet. It gives you a real good view as to where things are. Let's go up one more level. Let's go up to the Epic here, and let's do the same thing. We're going to go in here. We're going to add another Rollup column. Use the same one, progress by all work items. Click on OK. And we can see that we really haven't done anything on the web experience, but we're about 21% complete on the smartphone experience. So otherwise, it would be difficult to be able to see this information. You'd actually have to do a lot of poking around in order to figure this out. So I was looking forward to this control for a while now, and I'm really glad to see it's here, and I'm sure that you will find it as useful as I do. Thanks for your time.